Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to talk about direct variation. This is when there is a linear relationship between two variables. And if we want to come up with a common equation that represents the situation by using the given numbers, this is what we use. It's pretty simple compared to what we did in previous assignments. So in a direct variation, y equals 12 when x equals 6. Write a direct variation equation that shows the relationship between x and y. By the way, we are working on IXL R.4 Write direct variation equations. So it says write your answer as an equation with y first. So start your equation with y and then complete it. But before doing so, I want to show you how a direct variation equation looks like. It looks like y equals a number times x. That's it. So y equals a times x, for example. A would be a number in this case, like 3x, 5x, 1/3 x. So that's just a number. Let's first plug in the numbers that we have, okay, and then see what a is going to be. So it says y equals 12. I'm going to plug it in over here. Equals a, I don't know what it is. I want to figure it out first. So a times x is given as 6. So if I want to solve this for a so that I can figure out what a equals, and then in the next step I will plug it back in my original equation right here in the first line. So I need to do the inverse operation of multiplication. Right, what I have right by a is multiplication. Its inverse, or the opposite, is division. So get the a by itself. If you're looking for the value of a variable, you need to get it by itself. So this is what I ended up with. Now I know that the relationship between x and y is this: a equals 2. So if I get back to my original equation and rewrite it, y is my variable. I just figured out that it is 2 times x is the other variable. So why did we do this? So this equation can be used for any y or x values. If we know what any random y value is, we can figure the x out. This right here is just a particular example. It tells us that there is a direct variation between those two, and then we come up with the relationship between them by figuring what a out, and then we get back to our direct variation form, the general form, and then plug in what we figured out, and then that would become our final equation for the direct variation. So if someone says if that's the relationship between them, find what happens if x equals 1253, and then in here we can plug it in and then figure out what the other variable will be. Okay, moving on to next. This is the whole process. I will do the same, another question using the same method. So it says in a direct variation. So I know that there is a direct variation, which means my equation is going to look like y equals a times x. I don't know what that direct variation constant is, which is a. So I can plug in the numbers that are given and then get the a by itself. Y is 20, a is unknown, and x is 5. To get the a by itself, divide everything by 5, because I want to get rid of this 5 so that I can get the a by itself. So a would be equal to 4. A would be equal to 4. Now in my general form, which is y equals a times x, I can rewrite it as y equals, instead of a, I can put this now, 4 times x. So all y values are going to be 4 times whatever the x equals. This would be our answer, the direct variation equation. Let's do the next question without showing all this work. Basically, what we are doing is writing an equation that looks like y equals a number times x, right? In the first question, the numbers were, let me see, 20 and 5. or was that the second question? So whatever. So what we do is we divide these two. Divide the y by x and find the a constants. So if you divide these two numbers, it is 2. So basically, if you even look at your numbers, what I say in here as my final answer is that all of the y values would be equal to 2 times whatever the x value is. So how do you find that number? You divide the y by the given x. You have your number, that's it. The next question is going to be the last one. Same process. It tells me that I am dealing with a direct variation. That's why I can do this. If I didn't know that there was a direct relationship between those two, I wouldn't be able to do this. Because it could be any other kind of equation. It could be a quadratic, cubic function, it could be anything. The only reason that I am able to divide these two is that it's given. It tells me that it's a direct variation, so I know that it's going to look like this. Y equals a number times x. This is what I know. That's why I am dividing the y value by x. Okay? And like, try to get this pound sign by itself. How do you get it by itself? You divide each side by x, correct? You divide this by x, you divide that side by x. This is what I am doing. Divide the y by x. Divide the y by x. That's negative 13, which is our number. Okay, so all we do is y equals negative 13 times x to figure out the general form. This is how simple that assignment is. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in another video, guys.